Welcome back, everybody. Has started your own charity ever crossed your mind? Now, thousands of new charities are started every year by people who are passionate about a cause. So author, blogger, and philanthropist Laura Wells McKnight is here to help us out. This is actually something I asked you last time you were here, you know, because a lot of people do a lot of great things for charity, but maybe it's not exactly what you want, or maybe there's a cause that you feel really strongly about. So first of all, is starting a new charity, is it difficult? It seems intimidating.
Well, it does, and actually it's just like starting a business. So if you're thinking about starting a charity, you first have to say, okay, am I really ready to start and really run my own business? And I think the first question is, why are you doing it? And are you doing it because you want to own a business and make money, or are you doing it because you want to further a cause? And getting clear on that question is going to help inform your business model, really, because a lot of people who think they need to start a charity actually maybe just need to start a really good business instead and make some money.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
And even if you are running a charity, obviously you need to make some money to make the charity work.
That's right. It's all, you've got to meet the bottom line. It's the same thing. Got to meet a budget.
Right. And when you're going, and let's say your cause has something to do with children. There's a lot of children's charities out there. How do you pinpoint something, a cause that's needed, that's not already being filled? How do you
That's a great question, and just like any kind of a business, before you start a charity, you'll want to check for competition and see what other organizations are doing what you think you want to do. And sometimes there's really a great opportunity for someone who wants to start a charity to volunteer for an organization that is doing kind of something similar, get some experience, learn the lay of the land, and then sometimes new charities can be incubated, kind of built within an existing charity, and then kind of spun out,
branch out a little
when they're more viable. So that's actually a really great way to get started with a charity.
Are there some areas that you're seeing right now maybe that are underfunded or under-recognized that could use more attention and more money and more charity work being given to?
You know, one of the things that we always hear about is very rare diseases. There are a lot of people who are out thinking, if we could focus a charity on a specific rare disease and get some research dollars for that, that might work. But that's the kind of thing that tends to come up, is where there's just little gaps in a broader field.
Sure.
Sometimes a good place to start something.
And I think a lot of times people don't realize there's even a problem there until
you live it.
And exactly.
It's personal. So most of the time, charities are started by people who've personally experienced something and have said, wow, if only there were an organization that could have helped us. And then the question becomes, how do we want to make this happen? Is our revenue stream to get this done, to help this disease or help this cause, is our revenue stream going to be charitable donations, so we go out and ask people for money? Or is there something we can sell and actually create a viable business going forward? So these are some really great questions for people to ask themselves before they jump in.
We see a lot, we've been doing a lot of stories about GoFundMe accounts. How has this changed
it's changed it a lot.
The charity business?
Well, I think it's continued to blur the lines between for-profit and nonprofit, which I think is great, because really the purpose of starting anything is to get something done. Is to, if you're passionate about something and you want something done, then you figure out, how do you get supporters around it? How do you get some money? How do you get it done? So the for-profit, nonprofit becomes less of an issue.
And I guess another nice thing about the GoFundMe is you don't have to rely on something else or a charity or a person. It's really something you take ownership of, and then who knows what blossoms from there. Maybe a great new charity does.
You're finding supporters. You're finding people who believe what you believe and want to make a difference, and that's what it's all about. All
right. Well, Kansas City, we know, is a great community for helping each other out. So great job, Kansas City, and all the areas around. All right, Laura, thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Okay, Lisa.